So I love skiing, right? I think it's one of my favorite things to do out of everything in the world. It's so exhilarating to absolutely bomb a huge slope and then just keep speeding and eventually sharply turn and stop, get snow all over the people you just stopped in front of, and just absolutely ore a farm in front of them. Or something like that, I don't know. The point is, I like to ski. I consider myself a pretty good skier. I've skied down double black diamonds, and for my non-skiing viewers watching, that's the second highest difficulty of a slope. Basically, the easiest is a green circle, then blue square, then black diamond, then double, then triple. Except where I live, the skiing place I usually go to doesn't even have any triples, and our only double black is just a really, really long downhill slope. But I can pretty much speed down it, so I'm confident in my skiing ability. Which makes the story that I'm about to tell you even more unbelievable and stupid. So I know I titled this video as my horrible skiing accident, but it really wasn't horrible. To be completely honest, I named it that so you would click on it and watch it. I'm sorry, guys. However, that doesn't mean you should click off this video, so stay tuned, viewers. So this one time I was skiing with some friends. On the trail we were skiing on, there's a fork in the road that leads to two different paths. One of the paths led to an open area that led to a different lift. That path was a green, so it was really easy. And the other path led to a blue that had an immediate downhill drop. We all decided to go down the blue path since that trail wasn't really that hard for us anyway, but when we got there were already some people at the entrance. A few of them were on the inside of the slope, and I kind of wanted to be there too so that when I went down the big drop, I could get a ton of speed. But the thing is, there's a bunch of trees off to the side of this part of the slope, and that area was pretty icy that day. And since a bunch of people were there too, I actually ended up doing something pretty stupid and completely avoidable. I went over to the inside of the slope and I was trying to make a hard turn to stop myself and hopefully not run into anyone there, but I guess I turned a bit too hard, and I slipped on the ice, and I tumbled straight into the woods. If I'm being completely honest, if I wasn't wearing a helmet, I probably would have straight up died. So wear your helmets, guys. I know people over-exaggerate how much protective gear can save you, but in these niche scenarios, it actually does help a lot. I think I flipped over a few times while I was tumbling. I don't really remember how I fell. All I knew that this was how I was facing before I went into the woods, and this is how I was facing after I fell into the woods. While I was briefly falling, I just kept thinking to myself, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Maybe I'll break a bone for the first time in my life. I hope it's not my collarbone. I still haven't broken a bone to this day, by the way. After all that stuff that happened, I felt completely fine. No bones broken, no teeth chipped, no concussion or severe brain damage. I was completely fine. Nothing even hurt that much. At least I don't remember. What I do remember is that one of my skis unclipped from my boots, and both of my poles were gone. Probably just flew out of my hands or something. My friends and I found the ski pretty easily, but the poles were a completely different story. After my friends helped me find my missing ski and get back onto my feet, we dove back into the woods and started looking for my poles. There was a ton of snow everywhere, so it was kind of hard to find two thin metal sticks. We eventually found one of the poles, but we couldn't find the other even after a ton of searching. After like a whole 15 minutes, we finally found the second pole, and you would not believe where it was. My other pole was stuck in a tree. How did that even happen? Luckily, the pole wasn't that far into the tree, so we were easily able to get it out. But then, my friend who got it back tried to throw it down to us, and that didn't go too well. So he yelled at us, "Hey, watch out, I'm gonna throw the pole." Then he threw it high into the air. Keep in mind, there were a ton of taller trees in that area with a ton of branches that the pole could get caught onto. And you would never believe what happened next. My pole got stuck in another tree, and this time, it was completely avoidable. So we spent even more time trying to get it out. To be honest, I wasn't even mad. I was more amused and surprised, to be honest. I mean, what kind of alignment of stars caused this level of irony? This whole sequence of events was made for me to make a video on. I don't even remember how we got it out, but we did eventually end up getting the pole out. So that was neat. And then we went down the hill like nothing happened. Moral of the story is, don't make stupid mistakes and always wear helmets. Buying helmets is pretty good for the economy. The end.